Sometimes it's because they have to urinate, but they can't. Sometimes it's because they have to defecate, but they can't. They could be impacted. Like hospice nurse Penny once told me, we look at the 3 Ps. Are they in pain? Do they have to pee? Do they have to poop? So those things can also cause that restlessness, that terminal agitation. So we try to look for all the reasons why someone could be agitated. And if we can figure out those things, we will work on that one thing. Right? So if they are constipated and they're impacted, we will give suppositories to try to help them go to the bathroom. If they need to urinate but they can't, we may place a Foley catheter to help them urinate. And you will see that if that is the cause of their agitation, the second it's relieved, they usually instantly relax. And it's a really, really gratifying feeling as like a healthcare worker and as a family member when that actually works and helps. Now, the difficult part is sometimes, no matter what we do, we can't really find a reason. You know, we've given pain medicine. They're okay. They're not impacted. They can urinate. They aren't on any new medications. So there's nothing we can really figure out why they are acting this way. When that happens, we will categorize it as terminal agitation. So what can we do about this? Many times, it is a matter of medicating. So a lot of times we will medicate, and depending on how severe their agitation is, we will give a lot of medication to basically help them sleep, help them relax, try to get them not agitated in hopes of later when the medication wears off, they wake up a little more clear, a little less agitated. And that can help a lot. A lot of times it's like all they need is a lot of medications on board because they're basically elevated so high, a little bit of medication doesn't work. So we have to give a lot of medication to get them to sleep, to eventually awaken and be less agitated. Now, depending on what their disease is, they may still be confused and disoriented because that's their disease process, but hopefully less agitated, less restless. A lot of times the hard part is it's not always that easy. It's not like, oh, we just give a little medication and now they're fine. No, with terminal agitation, specifically with some diseases and some people's personalities, whatever may play into it, their terminal agitation is extreme, or they're either asleep with medication and comfortable, or awake and not comfortable and kind of agitated. In those cases, we have to educate the families and kind of work together to weigh out the risk versus benefit. You know, the risks of them being awake versus the benefit of them being awake. And sometimes that means we heavily medicate someone so they can be comfortable in their last few days of life. Now let's look at some real life footage of what terminal agitation can look like. I'm going to be showing 3 different videos. I will give you a trigger warning before I show them, and I will discuss before and after what you're seeing. I wanted to show 3 different versions because I wanted you to see that there are different types of terminal agitation. It can look and manifest in different ways depending on the person and their disease. And to be clear, these are not my patients, and I have been given verbal and written permission by the families to show these videos. So I'm going to show you the first video. I'll give you a trigger warning before, and then I'll explain after. So trigger warning, here's the first video.